Alright, so I wanted to go over the trade that I took this morning on ES. So if we zoom out, we could see like since the start of the week we've been really bullish. Order flow's been really bullish. So that's not to say I had a bullish bias, but you know, I didn't think we were gonna come down and like retest these gaps because we already tested them and they proved to be pretty strong. So let's see, into the morning, I marked out this internal liquidity and I wanted to see this internal liquidity get swept and then possibly a stab into this like fair value gap before we saw longs. So this happened like right at market open too when we saw this liquidity. So I wasn't really prepared because I was still like figuring out my lot sizing, and I really liked this trade on ES better. So I by the time we swept liquidity on NQ, it was like already up here. Let's see. So I mean, this would have been like my ideal trade, but we'll just get rid of that. Honestly, like the what I should have done was entered off of this candle right here. Stops below there, because we did have that SMT when NQ swept that low, and then targeting CPI highs. So right here, I didn't notice that we had this 1 minute fair value gap. I was waiting for this one up here to get close through. So that's why I entered at the start or like at the end of this candle, because I didn't notice that we had this one. So I still kind of followed my rules, just wasn't able to recognize what I needed to look for. Because yeah, I did not see that fair value gap, which would have gave me much better risk to reward and much better entry. Like we missed out on what's it, 27 points, which is fine. I mean, I'm not gonna like chase anything, or be upset because we still did find a good trade today. So I'll just walk you through my execution. So I entered a pawn there with 3 contracts, and for some reason I sold one because I was being a bitch. And then we started getting displacement. I entered back in here with 2, so I was in for 4, and my average like wasn't like, how many points is that? Not even a point, or like 1 point higher than what it would have been, but I risked more, and yeah, target CPI highs, and that was literally it. Nothing else to it. My outlook for the rest of this trading week, I think we have PPI later, but that's not a huge deal. But I mean, if we look at this 4-hour, the two are kind of uncorrelated right now. So what does that mean? Means I'm going to be cautious when trying to form a bias, because you can see right here, like we do have this SMT. So I'm curious if ES is going to want to take it out, or if this could possibly send price lower. We'll see. That's why we don't jump the gun on things, and we look for confluences and execute off of those confluences so we don't fuck shit up. Anyways, I felt good about this trade. I held it to full TP. Didn't stress about it once really, except for right here. But you know what? We did still follow my rules and re-entered. And we kind of made more than we would have made originally anyways. So what else can we take away? this is a great trade. The model was there. Just need to get better at my execution because we could have executed off of this candle, and you know, would have just been a better trade overall. Let's see what the risk would have been if I entered right there. 4. That's pretty crazy. I didn't risk full size because I kind of did once I re-entered right here, but we didn't really get like a high time frame sweep or anything. We swept internal liquidity. Did we even tap the fair value gap? I mean, like, not really. But we did get that change in state in that inverse fair value gap. So, yeah, but those aren't shit if you don't have the right narrative, if you don't have the right context in the market, which is why you can't just, can't just be shorting off of this, right? This is not a really good setup because we didn't sweep any liquidity or do anything. This is more of like a scalper. I don't really like to, I don't consider what I do scalping because scalping is like, I feel like you're taking multiple trades like in the double digits a day, getting in and out for holding for less than a minute. I like to figure out where the market's heading for the day, wait for the manipulation, get off of it. I've been having a lot of success with this strategy so far. We're up on the account now, a couple hundred on the eval, so let's get this thing passed and get on a XFA account, Anyways, that was my trade for Tuesday, May 13th. Catch y'all later.